Moving on to number 9. Number 9, I have m over 2 times 2m minus 4 if m equals negative 8. So let's go ahead and get that started. This is going to be m, I'm going to write a parentheses, over 2 times 2 times m, parentheses, minus 4. And I'm going to throw in negative 8 inside my parentheses. Once I do that, I'm going to have a negative 8 divided by 2 over here times 2 times negative 8 minus 4. PEMDAS tells me I should do my parentheses first. Inside my parentheses, I have a multiplication and a subtraction. So once again, inside my parentheses, I'm going to do multiplication first and then subtract. So this is going to be negative 8 divided by 2 times 2 times negative 8, which is negative 16, minus 4. Now I am going to complete whatever is inside my parentheses, negative 16 minus 4. So this is going to give me negative 8 divided by 2 times a negative 20. Now I have to look at PEMDAS again. I have a division over here and a multiplication. So let's go ahead and do the division first. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4 times a negative 20. And this is going to give me negative 4 times a negative 20, positive 80. Number 10, let's start plugging things in. I'm going to plug in directly now. This is going to be 4 times x, and I'm going to already write the parentheses and throw in the value of x, times y, which is negative 9, divided by 2 times x, which is 3. This is all multiplication and division. They're all equivalent, so I'm going to do everything at once. I'm going to do 4 times 3, which is 12, and 12 times negative 9. This is going to give me negative 108 on top, divided by 2 times 3 in the bottom, which is 6. If I divide negative 108 by 6, I'm going to get negative 18. I'm going to skip number 11, move on to number 12. In number 12, I have 5rs squared plus r cubed if r equals negative 3 and s equals 4. Once again, let's start plugging things in. Parentheses, wherever there's a variable, I'm already going to throw in the value of r, which is negative 3, times the value of s, which is 4. And I can't forget there's the squared over here. Guys, be careful. This squared is only squaring, it's only squaring the s, all right? If I wanted it to square everything, I should have put parentheses 5rs squared, but this is not the case. If I have 5rs and the squared is over here, this squared over here only belongs to the variable s, okay? So be very careful. Only s is being squared. Plus r cubed, so parentheses cubed, and r is negative 3. So let's go ahead and solve this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to solve the exponents. So this is going to be 5 times negative 3 times 4 squared, which is 16, plus negative 3 squared. Let's stop a minute and think about negative 3 squared. Negative 3 squared means it's negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 is going to give you positive 9 times a negative 3. So if you have a positive 9 times a negative 3, this is going to give you a negative 27. So this result over here would be minus 27. Now we can do PEMDAS again, which is going to give me my multiplication. I'm going to do 5 times negative 3, which is negative 15, times 16, plus and minus gives me a minus 27. Let's keep on doing PEMDAS. This is a multiplication, so I'm going to have negative 15 times 16. If I do that, a negative and a negative gives me, a negative and a positive gives me a negative, and 15 times 16 gives me 240 minus 27. Now I can solve negative 240 minus 27. This should give me negative 200. Finally, numbers 13, 14, 15, and 16. I want you guys to choose a partner, okay, and work on these exercises. Once you finish them, after you've finished, if you're finished, then I want you to email me with the answers. Okay, you and your partner, I want you to email me with the answers so we can check what the problem was, if you were able to complete them correctly. After you email me with the answers, and you've done all the 4 problems with your partner, I want you guys to start working on this worksheet over here. What do you call a pony with a sore throat? Okay, this worksheet will be due on Monday. Okay, this worksheet will be due on Monday. If you feel like you need extra practice with evaluating expressions, you can also do homework 3 for extra practice. However, homework 3 will not be graded. And lastly, an important information is next class, guys, we're going to have a quiz on everything we've learned so far. All right, order of operations, phrases and word problems, and evaluating